This video is going to play a very crucial role in your Python journey because it is going to remove the fear about the patterns, guys. Because if you learn one type of pattern and one type of format, you can able to solve any type of pattern in just seconds or minutes. So before getting into the video, I'm going to give you a brief introduction about me. My name is Sila Ramesh. I'm the founder of CodingFataka and also working as a backend developer. So I'm going to teach you about the Python patterns logics, and also you can able to understand how to frame a pattern logic inside the Python. Hey guys, so let's get into the video. So I'm going to teach you about the patterns, not completely about the patterns in this video. I'm going to teach you about the basic pattern, which is very important to solve any different type of pattern. And from this video, I'm going to do a playlist about the patterns. For in each video, you can able to find a set of group of patterns. And here one more thing, you have to learn that what is pattern. So before getting into directly patterns, first we'll understand about the what is a pattern and what is the thing I can call as a pattern. That is nothing but a set of instructions and conditions which are executed to form a shape that is called one pattern. That is nothing but a set of instructions are nothing but a Python code. In that we are going to write some conditions. So by using those conditions, so we are going to get this shape as the result, guys. So we are going to get the result as like this shape. This shape is nothing but a one pattern. So in this shape is called as the one pattern called grid pattern. So if you understood about this one pattern, definitely you can able to solve any different type of pattern in the Python. So I'm going to teach you about the how to form this pattern. Then I will explain the how to understand this grid pattern. So from this grid pattern only remaining patterns are formed, guys. That's why I'm going to teach you about the grid pattern first. Later we are going to teach you about we are going to learn about the different type of patterns. Okay. For that, first you have to understand about the basic called grid pattern. So I'm going to form that grid pattern using the Python code. So I will explain step by step, guys. So to form a grid pattern, so first what we need the rows and columns. So first we need to understand how to form a one row in Python, how to form a one column in Python. Then we need to understand how to combine them to form the one grid pattern. So I'm going with the basic example called grid pattern. I'm going to do that now, grid.py. I have created one file here, grid.py. Now I'm going to write a code for that. So how to print a one column in the Python? So to print a one column in Python, we need one for loop, because we need to print the stars for multiple times, right or wrong? So to print the stars for every iteration, we need one for loop. I'm going to use a one for loop where I in range of. So I'm going to print 5 stars in a row. So I'm going to print that. So by using the for loop, guys, for I in range of 5, I'm going to print that stars in column. So I'm going to print a one star here. So now you can able to see here, whenever I'm executing the program, you can able to get the one column, right? Superb, guys, superb. Now if I want to get the not column, I want to get a row of stars. So if I want to get the row of stars, I can able to go for directly I can able to go for string repetition, or else I can able to print the row using the for loop also. How to print the row using the for loop? Because here whenever I'm printing the one star for each iteration, one star is going to print it. Because why? The print function is defaultly having the /n character. So there is a one /n character which is present defaultly inside the Python. That's why we are going to get the every star line by line. So if you remove this /n character from the print function, definitely you will get the all stars in the single line. So how to remove that? So if you want to remove the default /n character, that means if you are calling the normal print function also, there will be /n character present inside the print function, defaultly added by the Python. So if you want to remove the /n character, you need to add one operator called end operator. So whenever you are adding the end operator, it is going to remove the /n character from the print function, and next upcoming line also added to the same line. So that's why we need to use one operator called end operator, where we need to use inside the print function we need to use. So I'm going to here mentioning the end operator. Now you can able to see whenever I'm running the program, I'm getting all stars in the same row. Right. Now what I'm going to do here, after printing the each star, I'm going to print the some space. So after printing the each star, I'm going to print a space. Now whenever I'm executing the program, you can able to see we are getting the 5 stars. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to get a one input from here, input of enter a number. So now what I'm going to do here, by taking the one input from the user, I'm going to iterate over that many times. I'm going to iterate from 1 to n plus 1. So we can able to up to get the n times. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to print again. Now you can able to see it is asking me the enter a number value. Now if I enter 9 here, I'll get the 9 stars. If I enter the 15 here, I'll get the 15 stars, right? So now what I need here, so whenever I'm printing the one row, I need columns as well. So I need the rows and columns. If I want to print the rows multiple times, what we need to do? So I want to repeat this block of code for multiple times. Then what is the concept I should refer here? I should refer again loops. So again I'm going to take one more loop that is called for row in range of 1 comma n plus 1, because of I need to perform a set of block of tasks for more number of times. So here I'm going to perform the same operation for multiple times. Now here the confusion comes. Sir, you have added end operator here. So now what will happen? So whenever this Python this for loop is executed, so the stars will be printed in the same line. And upcoming for every print statement there will be end operator. So slash n character will be defaultly removed by the end operator. So every star will be printed on the same line. So here how many stars we will get as output? Here this for loop will be executed for 5 times. If I enter the number 5 for the n, so the outside loop will be executed for 5 times. That inside loop will be executed for 5 times for each iteration of the row. Now what will happen here? So inside for loop will be executed 5 times for one iteration of the outside loop. So now what is the total iterations here? Total iterations are 25. So if I enter 9 number, then how many iterations will be there? 81 iterations. Yeah. So now I'm going to show you that. So here I'm going to enter 5 now. Now you can able to see here I'm going to get a 25 stars here. Every star is differentiated by space, because I have added this space at the end operator. Now what I need to do? So after printing the 5 stars in a row, I need to go for next row. So if I want to go for next row, what I need to do here? So after executing the inside for loop for each iteration of row, I'm going to call a empty print function. Now what will happen here? After printing the 5 stars here continuously, so I'm going to add slash n character. So if I want to perform the slash n character, what should I do here? So if I call the direct normal print function, that normal print function will have the slash n character. So now it is going to add slash n character to the same line now. So now due to this slash n character, Python will go to the next line. So whenever it is starting the second iteration, again it is going to print the stars. After again printing the 5 stars, now again we are going to add slash n character. Again it will go to the next line. Like that it is going to up where? So it is going to where? How many iterations you have given for the row. So that many number of rows it is going to perform the slash n character. It is going to add slash n character, right? Now clearly see here what is going to happen. So I'm going to run the program. I'm going to enter a 5 here. Now what is going to happen? Observe. So we are going to get the 5 stars in a row because of this print function. Because in the previous step of the before adding this print function, every star is printed on the same line. Because in every print function we are having the end operator. But what I am doing here, after performing this for loop, I am going to again call the empty print function. So because inside the print function 5 times this print function is executed. Inside that every print function we are having the end character. Now I am going to remove that using this print function. That's why we are getting into the next line. Again for every iterations we are going to get into the next row. That's why we got the 5 rows here. If I give the 9 value here, we'll get the 9 rows. Right? Superb guys. Now here I am going to show you one more thing. So instead of printing the star here, you can able to print something else also. Like if I want to print the number here, I am going to take the f string here. I am going to printing like a I comma j values. I comma j values. I am going to printing these I comma j values here. Wait. Yeah, I comma j values I am going to print. I comma j. Wait. Yeah, I am going to print the row. Sorry, there is no I value. There is a row value. Yeah, there is a I value. Super. Now I am going to print like a row and I values. Now what I am going to do here, after printing the row and I values, what I am going to do here, I am going to print like inside the array. I am going to print inside the list, guys. Sorry, inside the list I am going to print that. Wait, I will show you what is my exact thing. So what I am telling here, I am going to print the row comma I values. So instead of writing the I here, I am going to write column. Then you can able to understand easily. So I am going to print the row comma column for each iteration. So and I am going to add here end operator because of we need some space. And I am going to add one separator also to remove the space occupied by the comma. Now I'm going to again execute the program. Here I'm going to enter the 5 here. Now you can able to see here we are getting the values like 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 2 1 2 2 3 3 2 4 2 5 3 1 3 2 3 3 3 4 3 5 4 1 4 2 4 3 4 4 4 5 5 1 5 2 5 3 5 4 5 5. So like this we are getting here, right? So this is called pattern, grid pattern. Now here you need to understand, if you want to form any type of pattern, you need to understand this pattern first. Now what I'm doing, what I'm telling here, so give me a minute guys. Every type of pattern present inside this grid pattern only. So first understand this pattern. So here what is happening? So for every iteration of I, first every iteration of row, I value will be, row value will be 1 only. So in the entire iteration, row value will be 1, but column value will be incremented. That is nothing but a column value will be gone from 1 to 5. And again, so again whenever coming to the next row, the row value will be incremented. Row value is 2, again column value will be started from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again row value will be incremented by 3, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the column values. Again row value will be 4 and column values will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. Again row value will be 5 and column values will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. Right, now here you need to understand one thing, that is nothing but a, here you need to add the index like a 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 and 1 1 2 1 2 2 2 3 2 4 2 5 and 3 1 3 2 3 3 3 4 3 5. Like that you have to add, because if you want to understand about the patterns clearly, you have to add the index like this 5 1 5 2 5 3 5 4 5 5. That is nothing but what I'm telling here. If you want to form any type of pattern, that is nothing but like this, any type of pattern. So any type of pattern, if you want to form any type of pattern, you need to understand about the grid pattern, because it is going to give you the what are the values you should skip to form the pattern. That is nothing but a, if you want to frame any condition, you need to understand about the grid pattern, because which star you should skip. That is nothing but a, so if I want to skip this, if I want to skip this star, I need the values of the star. What is the value of that star here? 1, 3. 1 is the row value, 3 is the column value. And if I want to execute the middle column, then what is the value of column? Column value will be 3. So if I give here, whenever column value equals to 3, don't print the star, print the space. If I give the thing like that, what will happen here? That entire column will be skipped. So that's why you need to understand the position of each star present inside the grid. That's why I'm going to write an index here. Okay, I think this is helpful you to understand about the grid pattern. Now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to give you a normal pattern, that is nothing but a, so first I'm going to print like 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. Now here you can able to understand clearly what are the stars we need to skip. So now if you see here, we have skipped about the upper right angle triangle. That is nothing but a, so this is our whole grid. I'm going to print the only lower right angle triangle. Now we can able to see from the grid pattern, because every pattern came from the grid pattern only. If I want to print the right angle triangle, now you need to understand what are the stars we need to skip here and what are the stars we need to print here. So if you want to understand about that, clearly understand here one thing. I'm going to draw one thing here, you can able to understand. So I'm going to take from here to here, and again here to here, and again here to here I'm going to take. Now you can able to understand one thing here. Whatever the stars apart from that inside the box, the stars I need to skip here. Now you can able to clearly understand one thing here. So what are the stars I need to skip here? There is a one condition we need to write here. That is nothing but a, so we need to skip the stars where we need to write one condition. Based on condition, we are going to print the star. Otherwise, we are going to print the empty space. To make that to happen, we need a proper format. For every type of pattern, you should follow one format. I am going to give you that now. That pattern is nothing but the same program which I have written earlier. Now, what I am going to do here? Here I am going to write one if block. Inside that if block, whenever that condition is satisfied, I am going to print the star. If that condition is failing here, I'm going to print empty space. So I'm going to print empty space, and also I'm going to add end space. Now here you can able to clearly understand everything is easy if you understood about this point. So please try to understand clearly about it. Yeah, wait guys, what happened here? So here inside the thing I haven't written anything. Now what I am going to do here, initially all conditions are true only. I am going to write true here. So now what will happen here? Every condition will be true here. So now what will happen? So every time star will be printed. So wait. So I'm going to write this is given as wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Now it is okay. Now you can able to see here for every time this condition will be true, I'm getting the star only. So I'm going to execute the program. Now you can able to see here whenever I'm giving the 5 here, it is going to print the stars only. So if I want to get into the next line, I need to add the empty print function after every iteration of row. Now I am going to enter the 5 here. You can able to see we are getting the 5 stars and 5 columns. Now what I am telling here, so based on this condition only, this entire pattern is dependent. Because whenever that condition is false there, nothing will be printed. Now if I am going to write a false here, now what is going to happen? Whenever that condition is false here, I am going to print this space. So with the instead of space, I am going to explain with the underscore symbol. Now you can able to see here what I am going to put here 5. So you can able to see here whenever I am putting the 5, so every time that condition is false only, so underscore is printed. Now what I am going to do here, I am going to add a one condition. So now if I want to print the first row guys, if I want to print the only first row and remaining rows will be printed with the empty space. If I want to print the only first row inside that pattern, how to print that pattern? Then you can able to understand. So if I want to print the first row, how to print that? The first row value will be 1. So we need to specify here as a condition wherever row value is equals to 1, print star. Otherwise do not print the star. So whenever I value is equals to 1 only, print the star. Otherwise do not print the star. Print the underscore symbol. Now again I am going to execute the program. Now you can able to see here. So for every time, whenever the condition is satisfied, we are going to print the star. Otherwise we are going to print the underscore. Now I am going to remove this underscore. Now you can able to understand we are getting the empty space apart from that first line. So clearly see here, right? Superb guys. Now if you want to print the first column, what is the program you will write? That first column value will be 1. Column value is 1. That is nothing but instead of writing the row here, you need to write the column. So whenever column value is equal to 1, in every iteration of row and column, whenever column value is equal to 1, then only that this print function will be executed. Star print function. So now what will happen? For every time whenever the column value is true equal to 1, then only star will be printed. Now you can able to see we are getting the column. So by writing the conditions only, we can design the pattern. Now what I am going to do here, I want to print the middle column. So to print the middle column, that is a n number of values. Here 5 values are there, so I can able to tell the 3 is the middle column, 3 is the middle row. But how to say for the n number? So because n is given by the user. So whenever n is given by the user, you can able to get the middle value by using the n plus 1 by 2. So for example, if the user is given 5 plus 1 by 2, how much the value? Here 2.5, 5 plus 1 is 2, 5 plus 1 by 2 is 3. Now we will get the middle value. Now what I am going to do here, I am going to calculate the middle value. I am going to calculate the middle value n plus 1 by 2. N plus 1 by, I am going to perform the float division. Yeah. Now I am going to do here, I am going to add middle value here. So whenever column is equal to the middle value, then only we are printing the star. Otherwise we are printing the empty space only. Now what will happen here? We are getting the middle column. So if you want to get the middle row, what is the condition you should write here? You have to write the row here. So whenever row value is equal to 3, whenever row value is equal to middle, then only that condition will be satisfied. Then only star will be printed. Otherwise every time space will be printed. So you can able to see here, we are going to print the stars in the middle row stars. Middle column stars we have printed, middle row stars we have printed. Then how to print the last column? So if you want to print the last column, you need to mention here value called n, because last column value or last row value will be n only. Last row or last column. So what if I enter the 5, n equal to 5, last row value will be 5, last column value will be 5. If I enter 10, 10, 10. If I enter 20, 20, 20. If I enter 2000, 2000 only. So like that, if I want to print the last row, I can able to enter here row equal to n. Right, so you can able to see, enter a number, I'm going to enter 5 here, I'm getting the last row. If I want to get the last column, I should enter here column. So now I'm going to execute the program again. You can able to see, I'm going to give a 9 here. You can able to see last column we are getting here. Now, so here the main thing you have to understand, how to print the combination of rows and columns. How to print the combination of rows and columns. Now, what I'm going to do here, there are some logical operators you have to learn. So I think you have already learned those logical operators. Those are nothing but a AND and OR operator. By using AND operator and OR operator, you can print any type of pattern. So because you need the grid, if you want to form the grid, you don't need any condition. But if you want to print any different type of patterns like this, you need the conditions. Without conditions, you cannot able to print the any type of different patterns. Now what I am going to show you here. So these type of patterns will be discussed in the next video. In this video, I am going to discuss about the rows and columns and attaching them. Now what I am going to do here, I am going to print a 1 row, 1 column and 1 row, 1 column. So this is called Hallow square. I am going to show you this pattern now. Then we'll wind up the session, guys. Wind up the class. Okay. So superb here. See here, Hallow square. How to print that Hallow square? First, we need to print the first row. Now how to print the first row here? If you want to print the first row, we need to mention here one condition. Whenever row value is equal to 1, print the star. Okay, we are getting the first row. Now at a time, if suppose this row value is not equal to 1, then what will be printed? Space will be printed. But I need star only whenever suppose if the row value is not equal to 1, then what is the operator I should use here? OR operator. If suppose it is not, if this condition fails, take one more condition. That is nothing but a where row value equal to n. That is nothing but a whenever row value is equal to 1, print the star. Or else whenever row value is equal to n, print the star. Then what will be happen here? Then the first row will be printed, last row will be printed, because in the first iteration of row, definitely row value equal to 1 only. So entire column iterations, the star will be printed because condition is true here. And then 2, 3, 4 condition is not satisfied. Then then for the last row, n value will be 5 and row value will be 5. So both are equal, 5, 5, 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5. So every iteration of column, 5 value is 5 only. It is not changing. That's why we are going to get the first row and last row. You can able to observe here. So we are getting the first row and last row. Now what are the remaining things are there? I need the columns as well. So here I need to add few more conditions by putting the R symbol only. Now here whenever column value is equals to 1, then we need to print the first column. So in the every iteration of row, the column value will be 1. Right? Superb, guys. Now again second condition, column value whenever it is equal to n, we are going to print the value. We are going to print the star. Now you can able to see here, we are going to get the Hallow square. This is nothing but a whenever OR operator is nothing but a where whenever any one of the condition is true, we are going to print the star. That is the meaning of OR operator. So you should use the OR operator if you want to print the star based on the any one of the condition. Here, whenever row value is equal to 1, I need to print the star. Whenever row value equal to n, I need to print the star. Whenever column value equal to 1, I need to print the star. Whenever column value equals to n, I need to print the star. That's why I have written multiple conditions with the value of R. Do not write AND operator here. If you write AND operator, if the all conditions are satisfied, then only the pattern will be printed. Star will be printed. Then it leads to a different type of pattern. That's why I told you that pattern is set of instructions and conditions which are executed to form a one shape. That is called pattern. Here this pattern is called as the Hallow square. So this is the video about the pattern. So we'll be discussing about the different type of patterns in the next video, guys. If you are looking to learn the Python quickly, so you can able to join our course called Master Python course. So for more details, contact us. I'm mentioning the number on the screen. You can able to see, and you can able to see the Python post as well. So where we are going to teach you about the 500 plus programs and pattern programs, number programs, everything in the Python from scratch to the advanced topics with the 4 mini projects plus 2 major projects. You can able to join the course, and the course fees is only 999 rupees. So please avail this offer, and we'll meet you in the course as well, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll meet you in the next video.